Hello and welcome to the Caravan Company. This is a walkthrough video on how to operate this Lunar Ultima 586. There'll be bits that we show you together when we're on site, but we're going to run through and recap how to operate the systems, so you've always got a memory of it. At the front you've got an Alco stabilised hitch. There's no need with this particular unit to use an old-fashioned Bulldog stabiliser, but you will need to make sure you've got an Alco hitch head ready for the vehicle. By pushing this black handle down and this one pushing down as well, it will then give you the friction pads which are inside, which will reduce snaking and operate the stabiliser device. As we walk round, for purposes of the handover, we've got a battery connected and we've got the mains connected. The battery needs to be on at all times when there's mains power in or not, because it completes the circuit. And it's on this particular one, they're just with bolt-on connectors which are in there. You've got your heating exhaust, which is here, and this is where your fresh water goes in. So on the left hand side, the fresh water goes in. This blue circle here is a filter which you can then use to replace to give you filtered water to come through the system, with a handy dial to indicate when you've been using the system. On the right hand side there's an external shower point. If you wanted to purchase as an extra, you can do, and it gives you a cold water feed to be able to brush off muddy clothes or Wellington boots or things like pets, clean them down. Stepping back, the motor mover, which is underneath there, will be shown to you when we're here. These are the grey water valves. You'll have two pipes that come out of these and then go into your wastewater barrel. This is grey water, so it's not, and it has any chemicals in. The toilet, this is the flush. You undo this key here and then you operate the flush by pouring in the pink fluid following the instructions. With the cassette, we lift the orange handle to bring it out. To take the cassette out when it's time to empty or refill, lift the orange handle and drag it out. You actually have an extendable handle and you're on wheels, so you can get down to the emptying point. When you get to the emptying point, you're going to twist this orange tube round, take this grey cap off, so it's then, and you're going to lift it up and you're going to press this orange button here to release the air pressure. Once you've brought it all back to the caravan, you've rinsed it all off, you twist the orange one round here, slide this one back and put the blue chemical, which is the breakdown agent, in the bottom there. Space for a number plate just there. There's this access to the underbed. We've also then got a wet locker and a gas barbecue point just there. Stepping into the van, we've got the heating on. There's a bit of a cold day here in Findon. Above the panel, just here, we've got our mains control unit. I'm just going to twist the camera around. To turn the vehicle on, we're going to press this one here. We've then got our entry lights, our water pump, our awning lights. Sorry, I've just moved the camera out of the way. So we've got our entry lights, water pump, and our awning light just there. We can then operate the system to be able to then look at different levels by pressing this one. The key aspect when you first get on site, you're going to want to get hot water and you want to get it heating if it's a cold day. By operating this system, you press the middle button here. Where the icon is flashing, that is where you are operating from. The first one is the room temperature. Whilst it shows a motorhome, it's the same for a motorhome or a caravan. To select this, we press the centre button. We can then change the temperature by sliding this one round here. When we've picked the temperature we want, we press the centre button. The next one is the water boost function. We can have it in off, economy, or hot, or even boost. If we put it on boost, it will take power away from the main heating of the room to give you hot water quicker. If you just put it on hot or economy, it will heat up as the room heats up with it. At the moment we've got no water connected, so I'm going to leave it in off. The next one is the power source, and we can either have it on electric 2, which is effectively 1800 watts, electric 1, which is 900, a mixture of gas and electric, which is 1800 watts of electric, 900 and gas, and then you can just run it on gas individually. Because we've got the power here, we're going to put it on electric too. The next one is the fan setting. So at the moment we've got it on the economy, but you can change it to high. So from there, we're going to move around to the key bits in the caravan. So underneath here, underneath this bunk, we have our mains control unit, the EC175. When you're operating the caravan, we need to make sure the black button here is pushed in. That will allow power to come in. On this right hand side, we've then got a heater isolator and a charger. These lights will come on when you've got mains power. If, for example, you get onto site and you think you've got mains power but nothing's operating, all we need to do to test whether the mains is coming in is underneath here. Let's see if I can get the angle right. There's a little yellow button just there. By pressing that yellow button, everything trips out because we've got mains power in. If you press that button and nothing happens, it means there's a problem with the system or the van, with the site that you're plugged into, or the mains plugs. The front bed makes up as a double by pulling these leader boards out, and then you can create your bed sleeping across the van. As we move back, we've got our hob, oven and grill. You do need to make sure this lid goes fully up before any gas will flow through. You've got an electric ring which is operated by that one there, which is that one there, and you've got 3 gas ones which are here. You've got your grill and your grill pan there, which is operated by, let's get the camera right, just there. That one there, sorry. And then the bottom one is your oven, which is controlled by that one just there. There is a serial number on there for this particular oven. If you could leave that there for us in case you need to talk to my workshop staff, they will need that information about that particular oven just there. The fridge is operated by turning on just here, and you can choose mains, gas or the car battery whilst towing. You can change the temperature by pressing this one here, and if there's an error, this red triangle here will flash. To open the fridge, push down and bring it open, and you've got a small freezer compartment just there, and you've got the rest of your fridge just there. At the back you can just see again a sticker with a serial number on. If you could leave that there for us in case there's any technical information we need for this particular fridge unit. This unit converts into a bunk, which we'll show you when you're here. There's plenty of storage all the way around. Please make sure that you store when traveling things, especially heavier items, over the axle of the caravan and not in high up items. You've got your fixed bunks just there with a wardrobe and drawers, and you've got your multi-directional aerial which is just there. That will mean that you can look at where everyone else is pointing on site, and you'll be able to get the best signal available on that particular site. Going into the washroom, the toilet is operated by pressing this blue button here for the flush. This one will light up when it's time to empty. It's on a rotational bowl, and once you've used the toilet, there's a little grey catch just here. Use the flush, open the cassette, everything drops away. Keep it locked though when you're not using it to stop any smell coming through. When it is time to empty, you need to make sure that the grey catch is in that middle position, otherwise the cassette won't come out. The shower door, when not using it, is best to be fastened in this position, and then can be opened and be operated from there. Allow the area to vent when you've used the shower so there's no moisture build-up. And then you've got your vanity unit there with storage and mirror. As we come back, one final thing to show you, which is underneath this unit here. In this corner you have your heating unit. At the moment, let's get the angle right with the camera. That yellow catch is up, and that means that any water brought into the system will drain straight back out. When you're ready to use it, all we do, flick it down there. By putting it down, that will mean any water comes into the system will then either come to the cold taps or the hot water to be heated if you've turned it on correctly. To drain it, when you've finished, just lift it up. It's best to keep the van drained when you're not using it, on the basis you don't want any stagnant water, but of course you don't also want any frozen pipes when you're in the winter time. In that corner there, you've got your your motor mover control unit, and then underneath here, as I say, you've got your trip switches and you've got your breakers. So this is the Lunar Ultima 586. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask, but enjoy your holidays. Thank you very much.